Hello, it's Monika from Crafting with Qulling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely fabulous day. It is time for hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. In August, we're going to create a twist and pop card. Here you can see the finished personalized birthday card, and I'm going to show you step by step how to create it. For my project, I use 6 by 6 inches card blank, and I'm going to decorate it. First, I'm going to start with craft card, and I need 3 panels measuring 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So this way I'm going to have a very nice border on my card, and I do encourage you to do exactly the same. So this one measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I need 2 more to go inside of the card. If you haven't heard about hashtag FFC Challenge 2023, it is hosted by Monika, PaperMona. Every single month, we create a card or tutorial for you in a different style. August is dedicated to twist and pop, and I really like it because it is so much fun, especially when you open the card. So, every single month, as I told you, we create a different card. If you want to check all the other ones, all you have to do is to click on the hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. And if you want to take part in it, all you have to do is to create your project and use that hashtag. And it is just for fun. We also have Facebook group, and all the information is in the description down below. To decorate the front of the card, I need a square measuring 5.5 inch by 5.5. And this design paper and all the elements I'm going to use today come from Celebrate the Light collection from Art. I really like this collection, and I thought that would be perfect for that birthday card. And again, I need 2 panels to go inside of the card. And again, these are 5.5 by 5.5 inches. And I really like how beautiful they work with craft card. The contrast is really gorgeous. So if you want to get this collection as well, I left the link in the description down below. It is a digital collection, which means when you buy it, you can print it as many times as you want. So far, this card is super easy. The trickiest part is to choose the design papers to decorate your project. So now we have to create the mechanism to create that twist and pop effect. So you need a scoring board, and I'm going to use craft card, and this one will measure 3 3/4 by 11 inches. And I'm going to score it at 2 3/4. 5.5 inch, and I'm going to turn it 180 degrees, and I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 again. So now it is time to fold and burnish all those score lines, and you can use a bone folder as well. And I do encourage you to do so. If you're interested in any of the products I use in today's video, you can check the description down below. I also wonder, have you ever created twist and pop card? Because this one was my favorite, and actually I was inspired by Sam Calcott. And if you want to see her tutorial, I left the link in the description down below. Now we need 4 panels measuring 2.5 by 3.5 inches. And again, I use the same craft card, and to add a little bit more contrast and interest, I use Distress Oxide ink in ground espresso color. And I think that will be beautiful, especially with the greens from Celebrate the Light collection. So these 4 panels measure 2.5 by 3.5 inch. So now we need the design paper. And again, I've got 4 panels, and these measure 2.25 by 3.25. So again, you need 4 panels measuring 2.25 by 3.25. So as you can see, we do have that beautiful contrast with the brown color. And all we have to do now is decorate our concertina panel. And I think these colors and elements work so well together. Have you ever created a twist and pop card? If you have, what color palette did you use, and what occasion did you create your project for? I'm really curious. So if you haven't created twist and pop card, I do hope that this video will inspire you to give it a go because it is a lot of fun and the recipient always has a massive smile when they open this card style. So as you can see, I'm using my liquid glue to assemble all those elements here. But if you want, you can also use some red liner tape and that will be perfectly fine. But later on, I'm going to use some tape and I will tell you why. So, when this concertina panel is ready, we have to create one more element because this panel has to move, right? So, all we have to do is to make sure all the elements match. So, I'm going to use craft cut again. But as you can see, I also fussy got some lilies to decorate those panels because I thought they are a little bit empty. If you want, you can use a little bit of double-sided foam adhesive for extra dimension. But here, I decided against it because I really want my card to fold flat and go in the envelope. So here is my panel. Now it is time to create the mechanism. And I've got 3.5 by 8 inches craft card. And I'm going to make a mark at 2.25 and also score it at 4 inches and then make a mark at 5.75. Then again, I'm going to turn it over and make a mark at 2.25 and then 5.75. Now I had to score it at 1.75, and now we're going to join the marks we created. So if you have a black line going through your scoring board, that really makes a difference. So again, I couldn't find my scoring marks, so I had to do it again. So now it is time to join them and our mechanism will be ready. But before we assemble all the elements, we have to fold and burnish all those score lines. So you can use your bone folder or fingers. However, I think the bone folder is better. In the description down below, I left the links to Monika's and Christine's tutorials for twist and pop card, so you can check them out. And also, I left the information about this challenge. And at the end of this video, I will leave the links to Monika's and Christine's videos as well, so you can check them out. As you can see, we had to fold that element and we have something like an arrow. And that will be our mechanism for twist and pop. It looks really fun, right? So now I'm going to use my ruler and make a mark. So this way I will make sure where to put the glue and it won't be visible. So I mark 1 inch only at the top here, then turn it over and do exactly the same. So this will be the place where I put my glue. But at this point, when I tried to use just glue with the craft card, it was not enough. So I decided to use some red liner tape. So whenever you use craft card, I do encourage you to use some red liner tape first and then a little bit of liquid glue. And this way it will work wonderfully well and it will be professionally finished. However, if you use just card, I think liquid glue will be enough. Just make sure it is set before you move on to the next step, which means opening that twist and pop card. So now I'm burnishing that red liner tape with my pokey tool and I'm going to peel off the backing. So as you can see, we don't really have that much adhesive on our panel. And as you can see, I use leftover from my liquid glue. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So as you can see, I'm holding it with my left hand because if I put it on my glass mat, it will be adhered. And I didn't want to do it because we want to adhere our mechanism to a card. Right? So when this is ready, we have to take our concertina panel and we have to turn it. And I'm going to show you. So that adhesive will go only on the outside. So we have to put it like this. Yeah, this way. So the adhesive goes on the card and then we have to burnish it again and that will make a massive difference. And I would leave it for about 2 minutes just to make sure the glue is set before you assemble the mechanism inside of your card. So That's how it's going to work. It is super cool, right? But if you have too much adhesive, you have to take it now because we don't want all those elements to be stuck to our card. So let's open the card and I'm going to place my arrow inside here. And now we only put the adhesive on the triangle. And first I'm going to use my red liner tape again because it is a craft card and I think that is the best way. So if you do create your twist and pop card, you can use different adhesives just to make sure it has to dry before you move on to the next step. So using my pokey tool, I peel off the backing and I'm going to assemble it. As you can see, I'm trying to line the triangle with the fold inside of my card, and this is very crucial. Again, I'm going to add some liquid glue here, and now I'm going to press, and I press for about 1 minute. The video is sped up here, but I think that 1 minute will really make a difference. So now I'm going to do exactly the same on the triangle at the bottom. And also, if you haven't heard, we also have a Facebook group dedicated to that challenge. And in the description down below, I left the link to that Facebook group. So every single month, as I told you, we create a different card style. So if you want to take part in it, come and join our Facebook group. I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed because there are a lot of amazing crafters with stunning projects. So please come and join us on Facebook. Now it is time to fold and close our card and make sure the mechanism works. And again, I had to hold it for 1 more minute. I really wanted to make sure the adhesive is dry completely before I move on and open the card. So it works. I'm very happy with the result, so we have to decorate the front of the card. And using a doily cutting die from my stash and also craft card, I created those panels. And the green color comes from that Celebrate the Light collection from Alter Art. It is time to put all those elements together. And now I can add some double-sided foam adhesive for extra dimension because it goes at the front of the card. But first, I'm going to personalize it and I'm going to use Elegant Alphabet from Tattered Lace and I die cut the name of the recipient. Can you guess who is this card for? If you do know, let me know in the comments down below. I can tell you this person had her birthday yesterday. So please put your guess in the comments down below. And when this is ready, you can also personalize your card even more. So I decided to write on your birthday, but it will be in Polish, and I printed it and I also cut it to the size that will work for my front element. So now it is time to add some dimension, because why not dimension on a card? It is super cool, right? Do you like to do it for your projects? Please let me know in the comments down below. So when this is ready, I'm going to place it on a doily I created. And when this is ready, the card will be nearly completed. But if you know me, you know how much I love adding other elements, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So the doily is ready, and I'm going to put some liquid glue on the back and adhere it on the front of a panel. But again, using that double-sided tape for extra dimension really makes a difference. So now it is time to peel it off with a pokey tool and put few drops of liquid glue. So this way, this element will last for a very long time. And that's exactly what I want. So I always try to make sure that the name is exactly what I want. Now I've got On Your Birthday in Polish and I decided to add some green. However, I didn't want to use any distress oxiding. All I did here, I used my ink blending tool and I used whatever was left on it. And that actually gave me very similar color to the design paper I used. So when this element is ready, I'm going to put it on a card. So super quick and simple, right? So whenever you create twist and pop card, you don't really need that much at the front of a card because the inside of the card is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to write the message on the back of this card, so I'm not going to decorate it. But if you want, you can do that. The butterflies come from the same Celebrate the Light collection, and I think they work so well together. Of course, now it is time for some gold gems, and the cut is complete. So, what do you think about it? Would you like to give it a go? I really hope you will. This one is called Twist and Pop card for August. So don't forget to use our hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. Thank you so much for watching, and here you can see Christine's and Monika's video. I really hope you were inspired by this video, and I can't wait to see your project. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Happy crafting!